Ciao, Bellas. I just got back from Italy where I took diligent notes of all the gorgeous names I encountered so I could create this beautiful international baby name list just for you guys. Please get out your paper and pen or save this video because there is going to be something you're going to want to add to your list. I firmly believe that. I'm Steph. I'm a baby name consultant and a content creator, and I am doing one of my stream of consciousness, no editing, on the fly videos. I've got it all prepped here. So if I'm looking at my screen, that's what I'm doing. But sometimes you just got to get the information out quick. So the first thing we're going to do is girl names, then boy names, and then I have, of course, the gorgeous like Italian Renaissance painter inspired names, which were all masculine. So I came home and I googled because I know that there were women who were also sculptors and artists and painters from the Italian Renaissance, and then I found some gorgeous names. They might be my favorites on the list. They're also the hardest to pronounce, but we will get to that. Let's start with where I went. So first I was in Rome for a few days, saw the Vatican, the Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain, Pantheon. Then we went to Umbria for a wedding. I was with my best friend, going to see another best friend get married to a beautiful Italian man in a beautiful Italian country. It was so lovely. And then we went to the Tuscany area and we saw Florence and we saw Pisa and Siena, and it was just amazing. And I do have to say that I am a little sick. Please don't get mad at me, but I'm a little sick of pizza and gelato, and I'm so excited to have butter on my bread now. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It was a stunning, beautiful trip, and I'm so glad I got to go, and I'm so grateful for my amazing husband who stayed home with the kiddos for me so that I could, run off to Europe for a little bit. It was super fun. Okay, let's go to the girl names. First one we have is Alida. This is the Italian version of Alice, if I'm correct. I think it is so pretty. And you're going to notice that all of my girl names end in an A. There's not really gender neutral options in Italy that I found. They all feel very masculine or feminine. So we have Alida. Then we have Arla, the woman who taught we went to this like cooking class where we learned how to make pizza and gelato. And our gelato was amazing. Fior di latte. It was like a milk cream and with chocolate shavings. It was absolutely stunning. Delicious. But Arla was our teacher. And I was like, I had to stop in my tracks. I was like, excuse me, your name is Arla? Stunning. You guys know I love Isla and Orla. And I have suggested Arla before. Like I've put it in a list. It's been in a video. I swear, like I'm probably not recently, but so excited to see that. I think that is such a stunning name. How many times can I say stunning in one video? I'm sorry, they're Italiano names. It's stunning, Italia. This is embarrassing and I'm not editing it. Then we have Camilla or Camila, depends on how you pronounce it. Beautiful name, very popular here. Christiana or Christiana, a variation on the name Christian or Cristiano. I think this is really pretty. You can go by Chris or Chrissy. Very international, works everywhere, right? Ilaria, one of my favorites on this list. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I was smitten with it. She was a lovely, lovely woman, and just it worked for her so well. It was like, oh, Ilaria, what a great name. Marta, very cute. Olicia. So this was our photographer, my best friend. She was like, let's do a best friend photo shoot. And I was like, you don't have to tell me twice to smile for photos. So her name was Alicia, and I was like, what? I thought it was spelled Olesia, but it's Sya. I might spell it with an I myself, but whatever. Please write that one down. Somebody needs to use this name, Alicia. It's so pretty. Are you kidding me? And then Orietta. Okay, wait, this might be my favorite name. So this was actually on my list for my daughter. We didn't know we were having for a third. And we knew we wanted the nickname of Ori, and she's Oriana. But we looked at a bunch of different names, and we looked at Orietta. You can go by Ori or Etta. Are you kidding me? That's probably my favorite name on the list. I think it is so like whimsical, beautiful, fun, and like elegant at the same time. I can't explain it. Very international. Are you kidding me? That works everywhere. And then Sylvia. We usually spell it here. I feel like people in America usually spell it with a Y, S-Y, but it was Silvia. So that's my girl names for you. Moving on to the boys, we have Aldo. So cute. Does it make you think of a shoe brand? It used to make me think of that, but like who remembers that? Who shops there anymore? No one. Use it. If you're sick of, Arlo, Aldo. Great variation, super fun, super cute. Alessandro. So my friend actually married, her groom was named Alessandro. And I hope I'm not saying that wrong, but there were so many Alessandras at this wedding. Like that's like a very classic name. I think it's um the Italian version of Alexander, if I'm correct. I hope I am because I don't want to come in and have to be like, by the way, I was wrong. Yeah, so I think that's a really pretty very classic Italian boy name. Then we have Danielle or Daniel, as we would say. That's a great name, just like Benjamin works everywhere, Daniel does too. So if you're like, oh, I want something really classic, but easily to be, recognizable in other countries, Daniel works well. Then we have Davide. So I had never heard this pronunciation. I guess the Italian variation of David is Davide with an E at the end. And I was like, yes, please. I could not stop saying it. I was like, Davide, Davide, Davide. I loved it so much. Then we have Emiliano. I'm sorry, my pronunciation is probably embarrassingly bad. So Emiliano, I think that's such a great Italian name, and also I feel like most Americans can pronounce it. What do you guys think? I need a sip of coffee. Do you think people can pronounce it? I mean, it's like a longer version of Emil, and then there's the feminine version Amelia or Emiliana. I think it's a great one. And then our tour guide when we went through Tuscany was Gianluca. And I hadn't heard a lot of, double barrel or hyphenated first names, and he said you could call him Luca, but Gianluca. He was very great. His insights. It was so fun to learn about Tuscany and the rivalries they have there, and all of the horse racing. It was just such an interesting tour. Then we have Ludovic. No idea where I saw that name or who had it, but there it is. Max. If you are looking for an international name, there are so many variations. This one is easy to say, it packs a punch, and it has a great meaning, right? The greatest. And you can do Maximus, Maximilian, um, Maximiliano, Maxton. The possibilities are endless. You can find a variation you like, I promise. And then Stefano. So it was funny that for the photos, they wrote my name as Stefania with an F. And I thought that was kind of cute. But yeah, Stefano, variation on my name. I think it's a great name. Okay, moving on to the painters. Before I ramble too much, we have Francesco for a boy. This is still with the masculine lifts. Francesco, yes, I love that one. That's probably one of my favorites on here. Jacopo is a variation on Jacob. This one isn't for everyone. You gotta be careful with this one. I don't know. I don't think. I think it's quite Italian and international sounding. So I think it's beautiful, but I just don't think I could use it and be like, this is my son, Jacopo. Jacopo? I no, it's gotta be Jacopo. I don't know. I'm doing my best. I'm sure somebody will yell at me in the comments if I get it wrong. Then we have Lorenzo. That one is hands down one of the best international names that I recommend to people for boys. It's getting quite popular here, but you can go by Enzo or Renzo, and it's just a fantastic name and very easy for especially Americans to pronounce. Lorenzo. Then we had Luigi. I love that. I love that name. It's so fun. And of course, the, 10 out of 10 Sistine Chapel sculptor, painter of all the frescoes in the Vatican, or, a lot of them, and just stunning artist, Michelangelo. So you could go with Michelangelo and call him Angelo or Mike or Mikey or Michael, or you could say he's inspired by an Italian Renaissance painter and his name is Angelo or Michael. I think this name has a lot of great potential. I think I love it. And then we have Raphael. And of course, now you're probably thinking of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles if you're like me and were born in the 80s and grew up in the 90s. Okay, so the feminine list I took down, remember, I had to look these up. I have shared some of them before. So we have Artemisia, which I have shared before. I think this is a fantastic name. I think you can also pronounce it Artemisia, but I don't know, I'm kind of leaning toward Artemisia is probably correct. Then we have Lavinia, which I think is so, so cute. I've also shared that before. This one, I don't know if I've shared Lucrezia. I hope I'm saying that right. I think that one's one of my favorites on here. Gosh, they're all good. They're all so good. Marietta. Okay. Fantastic. She can go by Mary. She can go by Etta. This next one, I have to take a breath before I pronounce it. Plautilla. Plautilla. I think this is so good. Like so, so, so fun. Is it based on Plato or Plautus or I don't know. I don't know where it's from, but I don't know how wearable these are, maybe for your average American family kid, but if you have an Italian background, please, 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 please consider. And this last one, okay, this one's my favorite. I don't want to say it wrong. Safonziba. Safonziba. Safon Safonziba. I don't know. I'm hopefully going to be putting up the spelling so that you can decide for yourself. Okay, let me know your favorite in the comments. You can let me know your favorite painter, artist inspired name, or your favorite from my list of people I ran into while in Italy. This was so, so much fun. I hope you like it, and press the like button if you do. Follow along for more baby name content, and I will see you in the next one. Happy naming!